Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love, Season 7, but you know it's Season 8 for me because I count the resort season. And it's Advocate Sue. And the name is fitting for the episode. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. If you've been here before or you haven't, either way, if you enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to subscribe and check out my other content. Y'all know I'm trying to grow my channel. And be sure to like the video to help me get through this crazy YouTube algorithm. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We start with the fellas going fishing and they're catching up on their connections, seeing who likes who, whatever. And Tommy arrived with his hat on and said, "Oh, no one invited Tommy." I'm like, you know that the producer set this up, but go off. So Tommy tells him that he's having his annual yacht party and one lady will get eliminated at the yacht party. So the fellas trying to get their connections in tight. So we start with some dates. First, we have Jeffrey and Mark Anthony. They're going on a date riding mechanical bulls. And he rode it like a pro. And she said, "Oh, he's embarrassing this country girl. Girl, that's 2 weeks in a row you've been embarrassed. First with the real horses, now on a mechanical bull. I'm starting to think you not this country girl you proclaim to be." We also see Marcia and Blue go on a date, and I remember them having a connection at the mixer. So I thought, they were feeling each other, but let's get into it. Mark Anthony asked Jeffrey what she's looking for out of this process. What are y'all looking for? To be on TV? No, I'm just joking. But she said she's looking for a protector, provider, and leader. In return, she's a nurturer and giver. So she believes in gender roles, and I feel her on that. Okay. Marcia tells Blue that she doesn't like any outdoor activity. None. Nothing. Don't like animals, don't like nature, none of it. Neither do I. I don't like it either. But she was given like she's not even open to trying new things. Like at least be open to trying something. Because he's like, "Oh, hiking, no. Oh, if we stayed in a cabin, no. Oh, if he," and this is like, nope, nope, nope. Like at least be open to trying something. If you try, at least you are honest with them. I don't enjoy outdoors. But if you're flexible and you're willing to try, and then you try some things, and it's like, you know what, this ain't really my cup of tea, but I tried. At least he can say like you did give a good effort. But I mean, I guess don't force it. Give it a man who don't like nature either. So Jeffrey asks Mark Anthony how he would feel about a blended family, being as though she's a mother of three and he doesn't have any children. She keep attracting all these men that don't have children, but she don't want Blake, the one that has all the children. I wouldn't want Blake either, though, to be quite honest. So Mark Anthony says he's a product of a blended family. And y'all know that's a plug I gotta put in. Shout out to my Instagram page for Black Blended Families _. I just shout out all types of random blended families over there on that side. Marriage, couple goals, quotes, memes, all that good stuff. Supporting black business and everything. So be sure to check it out if you haven't already and follow that page well. And he said she asked if he wants to have kids eventually. He said he does want kids of his own. But, I mean, he also made a remark that, he's never dated a woman with children. So going from dating with a woman with no children to 3 is a lot. Especially when he don't seem like he ready. Jeffrey said Mark Anthony moved up on her list. But I don't know. He's up on her list. And while it's good that you are a product of a blended family, you come from that and you love your siblings, all of them, that's great and amazing. But that's a lot of responsibility. And it seems like, I don't know if he's even looking for anything serious. We'll see. So Blue said that the day with Marcia was fun. Like, she fun, she joke a lot, she, don't got no filter, whatever. But when she made a comment that she typically don't like to date men with kids, or she hasn't in the past, and she don't like to go outdoors, those are red flags for him. I wish she didn't make that comment about not wanting to date men with kids, because a lot of the men on there have kids. And it really just, like, I hope that didn't seal the deal on her fate on the show. So I guess their connection that they had has fizzled out. Anywho, it's the day of the yacht party. Tommy said Andre, the one with the curl in the front, the puff on the top, and the faux hawk in the back. he got blank 19, so he's dropping out of the process. I find that odd that he dropped out of the process completely. Like, you couldn't take a few days. Nowadays, shoot, I know somebody that just got it and they said they couldn't even take off work. They had to go back to work next day with a mask on. So why are you like take a few days off, maybe miss the yacht party, but to drop out completely? He's a main character on the show. Like, he one of the main guys. So I was surprised by that. But in the back of my mind, and I wasn't gonna say it, but I gotta say it. I'm wondering if any of the women on the show are his preference. If you catch my drift, I don't know. He's kind of given that they not. And that's the problem that I have on Ready to Love, because when they do these interviews on YouTube and stuff, and then they ask, "Oh, how did you get on the show?" It's always, "Oh, somebody, approached me. They sent me a DM asking me if I want to be on the show." I never even watched the show before. I never even heard of it, never seen it, but I decided to do it. Why? If there's all these people applying to be on the show, get with the people who actually are looking for love and actually have seen the show and want to be on the show and realize this is a black love dating show. Get those people instead of going to random people's DMs and then wondering why we don't have no real connections at the end of this ever. Besides, the two love stories that we had. But, well, Tommy reminds the gentleman that they're eliminating. So, bye, Andre. I forgot about Anthony, but we saw him. Cynthia starts talking to him. They connect with having children because he has a daughter. She has two daughters. So they talk about parenting and everything. Cynthia said Anthony is the male version of her. You got that from one conversation about kids? Okay. All right. I ain't going to argue it. So both Jeffrey and Cynthia are a little sad about Andre leaving, but Jeffrey is also trying to focus and hone in on her connections with Mark Anthony and Demario. And at this point, I just feel like everybody's just trying to stay on the show. Like, I don't see anything lasting. Unless they're about to add some more people, I don't really see it with this bunch. Like, I like this cast and everything. Everything was all good, but not right now, I don't anyway. So Blake pulls Sue Ann to the side, and he gives her with looks like a Pandora bracelet or some type of bracelet. And she's so flattered, basically, because he's nervous. He like, I stay at the bottom. Like, I live in the bottom. I'm always at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know why you're still here, besides being here for drama. Like, he could have left on the first day, and we could have kept, old Shorty Doo-Wop on here a little longer. But all right. She's overjoyed and she's just giving too easily impressed. Like, girl, not at this grown age. Like, can't you see it's game? But whatever. So Morgan has done her insecurity show over there with Tony. She's accusing him of flirting with other women. He probably is. He's giving player vibes. Him and his eyebrows are giving player vibes. Tony says in his confessional that he wishes Morgan was more confident. Like, he looking for her easy flow, easy going. In other words, no commitment. That's what I gathered. So Morgan tells Tony that he's husband material. But she basically contradicted herself because she also said he doesn't give her the attention she craves and he neglects her. Morgan, I need to know what your definition of husband material is. Like, she is far too gorgeous for this. Like, what? How is he husband material? He don't even give you attention and then neglects you, especially this early on. I mean, we know y'all playing the game right now, but... So, the singles play a sexy question game. There was some, questions in a fishbowl. And Morgan, her question was, tell us the 3 sexiest people in the singles group. She said Lyndon, Marcia, and herself. She did it to piss Tony off, and she was successful because he was pissed, okay? He was like, I was taken aback by that. Like, oh, he don't even want nothing to do with her now that she done said that. And, it was clear she said it. Like, I barely see her talking to Lyndon. But all right. So, I guess she let him know, look, you got options and so do I, okay? I am the prize. Jeffrey asks her strongest connection for a kiss, and she picks Mark Anthony. Demario was turned off. I'm turned off that she kissed, like she didn't push him away when he leaned in for it or nothing. Like, the fact that she kissed him on the lips turned him off. Every time a woman kisses a man, their other connection is just turned off. Especially I guess to see it. So I hope she's making the right decision by riding with Mark Anthony because she's pretty much stuck with him now. After the game, Demario decides to spend more time with Corvea, especially after that kiss. Corvea asks him how he feels about his connections talking to other men. He said, what's for him is for him, and he'll spin the block if he has to. I mean, if he got to go back and spin the block again to get who's for him, then that's what he gonna do. But I'm like, if you that easily turned off and you signed up for this process, I don't know if this show is for you. Corvea asks him about his family, and Demario speaks very highly of his dad, says his dad would do anything for him, like he would bend over backwards for him, like he didn't even talk about nobody else, he just spoke about his dad. But I feel the same way about my dad. My dad, it don't matter what it is, like at the end of the day, you know, he got my back. I love my dad dearly. Corvea says she feels the same about her mom. You know, I love my mom as well, but she said her upbringing and her confessional, she said that she grew up in a low-income household. Like they were in low-income housing. They didn't have much, and her parents did their best. And that explains to me why financial security is so important to her, because anybody who's been in that situation naturally wouldn't want to be in that situation again. It's funny because Jeffrey says a lot of the same things that Corvea says as far as wanting a provider and a protector and a leader. Corvea is saying like the same thing, but her delivery is different. Like she leads with it, and then the tone of it, like, is just a little bit different. And I guess that's why they receive Jeffrey in a different manner than Corvea. Blake pulls Jeffrey away from Mark Anthony because they were sitting there talking, and Blake tells her he felt a way about what she said. Like he definitely felt some type of way. And she was like, well, what are you referencing? And he didn't want to answer. And then she's like, well, then why are we sitting here talking? And he's like, I don't know. We shouldn't be. Why did you pull her to the side? If you ain't gonna say exactly what it was that you made you feel away, then don't pull me to the side and you ain't gonna say what it is. Cause I mean, I don't know what she told you. So yeah, what is it exactly that rubbed you wrong? If you ain't gonna say it, then stay over there where you at. Jeffrey feels Blake is a narcissist. I mean, he could have had those traits. He admitted to having some of those traits the last week when he was up for elimination. So Tony talks to Jonique and asks if she's ready for a relationship. Joe shares that she was in a long-term relationship and she wanted, you know, more serious commitment, but her ex said he wasn't ready at that time. But she says she is ready for a relationship, but the fact that she's been single for so long is causing her to lose hope. Like she really wants a family of her own one day, soon, and she just doesn't know if that's going to happen. She doesn't know if her person is out there. And I feel her. Dating is rough now. It's real rough. So I completely understand. And they live in Miami too. So Tony is just staring at her. Like, okay, you gonna say something? So then he was like, oh, you making me feel all mushy. Is she? Because it looked like you like was ready to go. I mean, I feel like he just talking to her because, you know, Morgan made him upset. Jeffrey sits with Demario and Sue. She probably should have been sitting with Demario to try to build that connection, but she's sitting with them instead to talk about Blake. And you know how he pulled her regarding what was said in the lounge. Sue said Blake told her that Jeffrey has never been on his list in any lounge. Didn't they only have one lounge? Or was she talking about the first deliberation at the mixer, which, I mean, does that even count for anything? That was the first one. Yeah, Sue Ann, he'll tell you anything. And you'll believe it, obviously. You're the type, you're one of those that, oh goodness, oh my gosh, I hate it for you. She's one of those, she'll listen to, believe literally anything a man tells her. Don't be one of those. Don't be one of those. A man will tell you anything. Jeffrey says in her confessional, Sue is caping for Blake. She is. Oh, Sue. You sure are. You got that cape on. You caping for Blake, okay? So, Sue claims she's trying to help Jeffrey. But Jeffrey isn't interested in Blake. No one actually is interested in Blake but Sue. So the men deliberate, and a lot of them feel like Marcia is giving homie vibes. Corvea and Jeffrey are in the bottom as well. I'm not surprised about Corvea being in the bottom, and I feel like Jeffrey in the bottom because of Blake. But I knew when Corvea was starting to get a like gold digger type of stigma on her, yeah, she might be the one. I don't know. So Demario, he wants to use a lifeline because he don't want Corvea to go because he like, goodness, I don't have many connections. Like, let's use it now. I need to keep somebody on my side. But Mark passionately feels like it's too early to use it. I also feel like it's too early to use it. Things can change. It's still too early. That's the name of the game. So after the deliberations, Tony calls the three ladies that are in the bottom to the front. He tells Marcia she gets friend vibes. Jeffrey, he lets her know that they feel like her walls are up, so they can't get through to her. And he tells Corvea that she speaks before she thinks, and the men feel like she needs to tone it down. I would have left. It wouldn't have even been no, you know, who's gonna go or we decided. I decided. It's me. I'm gonna go because I need to tone what down. Like the way that how she can change her delivery or whatever. The same way Tony could have changed his delivery when he was telling her that. What was that? Even Lyndon said it better when she was in the bottom the other week. So we get it to be continued, and we do see in the previews for next week that Jeffrey is all up and through there, so we know it ain't her. So let me know in the comment section who do y'all think it is. I don't see Marcia with any real solid connections right now, so I'm on the fence. I don't know who it could be. So let me know who y'all think it is in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, share with a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend about my channel. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.